Welcome to this video tutorials. In this video, I want to take you through how to use Excel to do some basic statistical analysis. So, before we move into Excel, I want us to look at some concepts before we go there. So first, let's look at this small PowerPoint. So this is a term paper from the C.K. Tedam University of Technology and Applied Sciences. The course is Quantitative Research Methods in Mathematics Education. My details are also here. For you to see, let me zoom it. Now, let's move on to the question. The question says that demonstrate how to use Excel to make simple analysis such as descriptives and then also inferential statistics. So under descriptives, we'll be looking at graphs, we're looking at charts, we're looking at the mean, the standard deviations, and so on. Then under inferential statistics, we'll be looking at the t-test, basically the independent t-test and the pair sample t-test. So let's look at what is even this descriptive statistics and this inferential statistics before we talk about analyzing them. So let's move on to descriptive statistics. So here, descriptive statistics, we are looking at, just like the name goes, it describes the data. It shows the main features of the data. So descriptive statistics summarize the data, it organizes the data, and also visualize the main features of a specific data set. So descriptive statistics is simply trying to put the data in order so that when you look at the data, you will be able to see the main features of the data. Now, in doing descriptive statistics, we'll be looking at the mean, the mode, the median, the standard deviation, the variance, and so on. Now, the mean, the mode, the median, these three stand for the measure of central tendency. Then the standard deviation, the variance, the range, and so on also stand for the measure of variation. The measure of variation. So we are going to go to Excel and see how we can be able to organize the data to give us all these values we are looking at. Now let's also move to inferential statistics. Inferential statistics, just like the name goes, tries to make inferences. Inferential statistics tries to make inferences, try to make predictions, try to make generalizations of a larger population based on a sample. So inferential statistics, this one tests whether the pattern that you observe in a sample data set are likely to be present in the broader population or the larger population. So if you have a larger population that you want to conduct a research on, and maybe because the population is too large that you cannot be able to cover everybody in the population, you can decide to choose a sample. Then when you choose a sample and do your study, the observations you will make in that study, in that sample, you can use it to make generalizations in the whole population. And how you are doing that, it means you are doing inferential statistics. So under inferential statistical method, we can see hypothesis testing, we can see the confidence intervals, we can see regression analysis, and so on. But in this case, in this video, we are going to look at t-tests under inferential statistics. So let's move on to t-tests and see what at all is t-test. Now, the t-test is a statistical method used to determine if there is a significant difference between the mean of two groups. So mean the t-test, you are dealing with two groups and you want to find out whether there are any difference or there are differences in the mean between the two groups. It also compares the means of two groups to see if they are genuinely differences or the differences are just by chance. So we have three main types of t-tests, and these are the two sample t-test, pair t-test, and then we have one sample t-test. So this is a short PowerPoint that I want us to get some concept before we move to the main thing. So straight away, let us go to our Excel and see how we can use Excel to do statistical analysis. Now, this is our Excel. In this Excel, already I have done some work on it. I simply put the names of the students I'm dealing with. But in fact, these names are will only be needed in maybe the graphs. So I want to generate random scores for these students. Student 1 to student 21. I'm using 21 students to do my analysis. So student 1 to student 21. So now in Excel, you can generate random numbers between some values you want. So for instance, for data set A, I want the values to be between 10 and 30. So what I'll do is I'll just come to the first cell and then type equals to. Then I'll type run between, which is here. So run between what? I want the values to be between 10 and then 30. So run between 10 and 30. Then you close your brackets and enter. The first random number here is what? 17. Then we drag it down to the last student, that's student 21. And Excel will give us random scores from between 10 and 30. Between 10 and 30. So we can go to data set B and do same. But maybe this one will vary the values. So you can also type run between, then we say maybe 15 to, let's say 35. 15 to 35. 15 to 35. Then we close the brackets and enter. Now first random number is 32. So if we drag it down, it will also produce random numbers for us. Good. So we have this one to giving us the random numbers. So now we will have to do our analysis. But before we can do any analysis on Excel, we will need to do some small setting on Excel. So first, let me take you through the procedure. First, you go to File and click on File. You click on File. Then you go to More. Some other laptops, the moment you click on File, then you go to the last button, you see Options. But my own, you have to click on More before you can see Option, and you click on Option. When you click on Option, go to the General Groups, you will see Add In. You click on Add In, then you will see Analysis Tools Pack. Then you click on it, and then come to Manage Excel Add-in and click on Go. Then you will see another pop-up menu. In that pop-up menu, you have Analysis Tools Pack VBA. Then you have Euro Currency Tools, and then so many things. So we checked the Analysis Tools Pack. We check them, the two. There are check boxes, so you check them and click OK. My own is already checked because I was doing some analysis on it. Then you click OK. Now your Excel is ready to do the analysis. So first, we will do the descriptive statistics before we move to the inferential statistics. So to do that, we simply go to Data, click on Data. Then when you click on Data, you check the right top corner of your screen. You will see Data Analysis. You click on it. Then from there, you are going to see Descriptive Statistics. In the pop-up menu, if you can't see it, you scroll up and down, you will see Descriptive Statistics. Yes, it's here. Descriptive Statistics is here. So we click on it and press or click OK. Then when you click OK, now because I did some analysis earlier, see that there are so many things on it. But the first thing we have to do here is to put our input range. That is the range of data you want to analyze. So, or you want Excel to describe for you. So we come here, but in this one, let's clear it and then do a fresh one. So here, we want to select the input range. So you are going to select from student 1 up to student 21. Their score, you select only the scores. The names are not part. Select only the scores. So we have the scores. So that will give us from B2 up to B22. And that's our input range. Then we can also go and put the output range. This output range is telling you where you want to see your results. The summary or the results of what you are doing. So first, we will select the place we want the results to be. So let me select from G. So I can just select from G like this. That is where I want the results to be. Then I'll come and check summary statistics. I'll check summary statistics. I'll check it. Then I click OK. Good. The moment I click OK, Excel have generated all the summary of the data set A for me. So I've seen the mean is here, standard deviation. Let me enlarge it more so that we can see. We can see all the various categories. So we have the standard deviations, the mean, the standard error, the median, the mode, the sample variance, kurtosis, skewedness, the range, the minimum, the maximum, the count, and so on. So this is a descriptive statistics. this is what we call descriptive statistics. So when you look at this, you see that these values describe the data. They describe the data set A. Now, we can also, still under descriptive statistics, we can also draw charts and graphs in Excel. So we can do that. Maybe, let me do it here. We can come to Insert. Come to Insert, click on Insert. Now when you click on Insert, you have charts. You have charts. So under charts, there are so many charts you can do. So we will first have to select the data we want to use. So if we come to data set A, we can select, if not all the 21, we can select 5 students and just try to represent it on the chart. Or if we want, we can also select all the 21. But for it to be nicer to us, let's take only 5. Or let's say 10. Let's take 10. 10 is okay. So we take 10 students. Now, with this one, we can insert charts. So where we can, the recommended chart here is what? It's bar graph, but we can put a bar graph. We can also put pie chart. We can put all the graphs we are seeing here. So maybe let's take the pie chart. So if we click on pie chart, you see that what we are getting here is a graph showing the data set from student 1 to student 10. Remember, we didn't select the whole data set. We selected from 1 to 10. So this one is showing us the data set A from 1 to 10. Now, if we look down here, you see different colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 9. So these ones are showing student 1 up to from 1 up to 9. Student 1 up to student 9. So okay, we didn't even select 10. We selected 9 students. Okay, so that's from student 1 up to student 9. And this is our chart. That is bar chart for this data set. Then we can also, let me resize it so that there will be space for the other data set, the other charts. So we can leave this one here like this. Then we can do maybe bar graph. We can do bar graph. So if we say select the same thing, we come to insert, then we come here, we can do bar graphs. Click on this. Then we have a simple bar graph here. Yes. So we have a bar graph here too, which we can resize and put it here. So with this one, I want to pair them so that you see. Hey, why is there? Okay, so this is the bar graph. Okay. This is the bar graph. So down here is student 1 to student 9. Then The vertical column here is showing the scores. That's the frequency, it's showing the scores. It's showing the scores. So this is a bar graph. I think our bar charts has disappeared. So we can bring it back. So if we want to put the bar chart back, we come and select the data set from 1 to, let's say, 10. Then we come and select bar chart. See it. So we have the bar chart here. Sorry, pie chart, not bar chart. Bar chart, they are not the same. So our bar chart is also here. And good. So in this category, descriptive statistics, we have the summary here, the mean, the standard error, the median, the mode, and so on. Then we have our graphs too, bar graph, which is here, and then we have the pie chart, which is also here. We can do other graphs. Okay, so I think for descriptive statistics, this is what we can do. We can exploit and do more, Can exploit and do more. This graph, we can change the style of the graph. We can change the colors the way we want. We can do so many things with the graphs. Then let's now move on to inferential statistics. So let's for inferential statistics, we will need to go to data, then we'll go to analysis. Then we will now select the type of analysis we want to do. So here I have one that says t-test, that is pair two sample for mean. So I'll click that one. The moment I click it, then I press OK. Then Excel will ask me to put the input range for variable 1 and variable 2, because it is going to compare the two means. So that's why I have dataset A and dataset B. So we use dataset A for variable 1 and dataset B for variable 2. So let's see. This one, let's clear them and put fresh one. So when we go to dataset A, dataset A, we select dataset A, select from student 1 up to student 21. Up to student 21. So you do that, you see it is giving us what? B2 up to B22. Then we'll go to variable 2. Let's clear this one too and put fresh one. This is dataset B. Let me move this one this way so that we can see it. So it starts from the same student 1 and move down to student 21. Student 21. Good. So after we have done this, then we also select the output range. Where do you want your inferential statistics results to be? So we can come and then select the output range. So because of space, let me bring it down here. Let me clear this one and do a fresh one. So we will select it down here. Can select it down here. So we want our inferential statistics to be here. We leave it there. Then that is all. Then we can go. Yes, we can also decide to change the alpha level. But here the alpha level is 0.05. So let's click OK. Wow. So this one too have given us the inferential statistics. Okay. So maybe let's enlarge it small so that we can see some of the categories. Okay, so in the inferential statistics, look at what we are getting. It is now comparing the two. We have variable 1 and variable 2. Then other inferential statistical tests. So this one there, we can do a lot of interpretation to this. So this is our inferential statistics. So yeah, all these values we are seeing here, they have meanings. They have meanings and implications to our data. So think we would end the lesson here because of time. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. It's my prayer that you'll be able to do more. So thank you so much, and God richly bless you. Thank you. Thank you.